Bwindi means it's a place of darkness. It's very difficult to penetrate because it's a thick forest. I grew up around Bwindi, just adjacent of the Bwindi National Park.
You know, I am born from there, just near there, on that hill. That border exactly, they have a common border with the national park.
Deep in the forest. There are wild pigs, the small antelopes, the monkeys, the baboons, and the gorillas.
I have lived with it. I have lived with the mountain gorilla.
My very first introduction to primates, I would say, came from my childhood, and that made me want to become a veterinarian who works with wildlife. I'm Dr. Gladys Kalema Zikusoka.
Ouch! Shit. Oh my goodness.
Before I started my A-levels, I met a certain warden who used to work in the Uganda national parks, and he told me that we have mountain gorillas in Uganda. I was hired by the Uganda Wildlife Authority in 1994. At the time, there were only about 600 gorillas left in the wild, and I realized that they're so few in number, and we need to do something to protect them. So when I finally got to visit them as a vet, it was like an amazing experience. The first thing that struck me when visited the mountain gorillas is how intelligent they are. Like, they look at you and they're actually recognizing you. They're trying to connect with you. So I felt like a deep connection, and that in itself seemed very human.
Sincerely, the gorillas are very close to human beings. Because when you look at even the structure, gorillas have human shape.
For personalities, they are like human. You find some are stubborn, others are too gentle.
Some of them are very playful, some of them are very shy. They're often named according to their personalities or their features. Like, there's one called Kavuyo because he's always causing chaos.
Like Kabukojo, it has a scar somewhere on the nose. Kalembezi, during its growth, it used to be child caring.
They have a lot of dignity when you see them in the wild. When I was working as a vet in the Wildlife Authority, what I basically used to do is, we used to check on them, and if there was any life-threatening injury, we'd go ahead and intervene. One of the first cases I had to deal with was a skin disease outbreak. The infant lost almost all its hair, was crying, which is very unusual, and the rest of them were beginning to lose hair and scratching a lot. We treated the rest of the group with ivermectin. But after that second treatment, the mother dropped her baby. She dropped her baby because it had just died. The mites survived the baby. The baby was still crawling with scabies mites, even after it had died, which was really sad. It took us a while to really find out the source.
Anakile Tampeyir is my name. I am a laboratory technician for the gorilla conservation. We do gorilla health monitoring through non-invasive fecal sample collection. Then from there we bring the samples to the Gorilla Health Center, where we do the analysis and the preservation. We found these gorillas, they had human parasites. Like you can see there is an over of a tapeworm. We have the tapeworms, the ascaris, the trichuris, giardia, crypto. Why are those zoonotic parasites in gorillas, which is not supposed to be the case?
The gorillas come out. Sometimes they come out, they attack our plantains here, destroy your crops.
The gorillas used to come and destroy my banana plantation.
They come and spoil the bananas, so we'll shout and shut them away.
They scare them with the sticks. They also use the whistles, the drums.
Local people could even kill them. There was one day in 1985, 6 gorillas were killed in one day.
Whenever gorillas come out, they were interacting with the local community. And so once gorillas enter their gardens to eat their banana plants, they can find dirty clothing, which is probably how they got the scabies. They can find open defecation. They can pick up cholera, typhoid, or all kinds of things from us. Almost everything that we can get, they can get. And because we share over 98% genetic material with gorillas, we can easily make each other sick. After the gorillas got scabies, and we strongly suspected it to be from the people, I first realized that by only treating the gorillas, we're mainly treating the symptoms. A lot of the root causes in the gorillas comes from people, and unless we address these issues in the people, it was going to be very difficult to protect the gorillas. Conservation through public health, we founded it in 2003. It's an effort where we combine wildlife health and human health. When we started CTPH, we realized we have to improve community health as well. It was so hard for the people to get to a doctor. They have to walk like 20 kilometers, and the only way we can reach everybody is by strengthening community-based healthcare. So we called the local leaders and told them what we'd like these people to do, and they all felt that it should be one person from each village. We trained all of them to become community conservation health workers.
I am called Rugaba Samuel by name. I happened to be one of the members who was elected to work with the CTPH, because the improvement of the community has started from the grassroots, and the grassroots is the household.
Hello.
So when we are going around, we talk about how can we improve the health of the community members. We actually encourage our communities to have a similar garden. You cannot be healthy when you are lacking proteins and vitamins. So we encourage community members to take a balanced diet and then have good sanitation.
They also talk to the community about the importance of having manageable family sizes.
We are trained how to administer some family planning methods. We are given pills, we are given condoms.
You know, healthcare is a basic human right. So the moment you show someone that you're caring about their health and you're finding ways to improve their health, then already they start to feel more positive about conservation. Poverty really affects health standards. Health is actually just another dimension of poverty. As we were engaging with the community, we found that, some people are just having one meal a day. They have a temporary home. They're less likely to find a way to get clean water, to wash and bathe, and their children are getting many more diseases.
When you go around, you can see how people live, how they survive, sources of income are minimum. So poverty is really a challenge.
Because most of them, they are very, very, very poor. So they spend a lot of time in the forest all the time.
All farmers around the park used to go to the park to poach.
I born in a very, very poor family. My dad was a serious hunter, so I joined him when I was 12 years. I'm called Byalgawa Robert from Bohoma, Bwindi.
Bwindi people don't eat gorilla meat, but they set out snares and spears to spear other animals.
When I was going with my dad in the forest, we would kill an antelope, the duikers. So the antelope will step here, the first leg, so the second leg will come inside the trap. So it's like this. Even gorillas, get caught there. I remember, unfortunately, the time when we killed 2 gorillas. We are carrying 2 dikers. Then we found the gorillas eating the fruits, like 10 of them. The gorillas came down very quickly. We spared 2. The juvenile died quickly, and then the adult, it takes some like 40 minutes, but then my fellow had to cut it with a sharp machete. We are not intended to kill them, but we had no enough food.
When we found out that many people were unhealthy because they're poor, we found it was important to provide jobs for people and reduce their need to enter the park to poach.
My name is Sam. I'm now 64 years of old. In 2016, I met with Dr. Gladys. So we discussed about coffee. So we come up with a plan of gorilla conservation coffee.
We're supporting the coffee farmers around the park. They know that if they grow good coffee, they'll get a good price. And that means that they don't even need to enter the park.
Those who have been going to the park, poaching, doing what, so they are involved in coffee as a social economic enterprise.
Because when someone who can afford to buy a kilo of meat cannot think for going to poach.
After understanding that the gorillas are useful and there's more benefits when we do conservation, that's when we stopped poaching. It was my idea, my initiative, to convince the reformed poachers and start beehives as an alternative of income-generating activity. If you have beehives and coffee plantation and vegetables, those activities can keep you busy so that you don't destroy the forest again. And the little thing I have, I managed to buy some pieces of land. I managed to pay school fees for my children.
And so as their standards of living go up, they're more able to have a healthy and hygienic home. They're less likely to enter the forest, and they're also less likely to make the gorillas sick. Since the establishment of conservation through public health, we are pleased to have noticed a change. The number of mountain gorillas is steadily increasing. I think it's just a combination of a holistic approach to conservation is what has helped. Everybody really began to understand that it's important to address the health of people, animals, and the environment together, because the three are so interconnected. When you protect a species as charismatic as the mountain gorilla, you also protect the forest habitat, and everybody benefits. So just telling people how if you don't protect nature, you're going to ultimately destroy yourself.